Tomorrow, Saturday, the 25th at 6 p.m. server time, Stormforge's Mistblade 2 opens. That is Stormforge's second iteration of Mists of Pandaria. It's the same as the first with a few adjustments, which I think I have a feeling I need to go over because they're a little unnecessarily complicated. Yeah, I highly recommend this server. If you're looking for a Blizz-like experience, this is the server to play on. Let's take a quick run through some of their screens here. So here's the start time tomorrow, Saturday, November 25th at 6 p.m. their server time, which may vary for you depending on where you live. Here's their experience rates. It's going to be 3x for experience, 1x for everything else, which I find to be totally appropriate. You can do everything pretty fast in MOP. You can get leveled super fast anyway, even without the 3x, but most people enjoy that. Their timeline is, it's not going to be rigid this time. They're going to do what they did on their TBC server, which is react to how fast the populace progresses through everything, instead of just having, like, it opens on X date and then it ends on X date. And it's going to be entirely cross-faction this time. I've never liked that. A lot of people do like that, and I could see the benefits of it for something like this. Which, to me, that affects PvP too. It makes PvP kind of pointless to me, but this way you'll be able to form your teams however you like. They're going to have separate channels for English, Spanish, and Chinese, which I think is a good idea. And yes, there's going to be Chinese people there. It's going to be a very heavily not heavily. I'm guessing this is going to come in at 5 or 6K. That's my guess for population. Here's what the servers look like now, their populations. Of course, the old Mistblade is dying. In case you didn't know, they do have a shop, but it's all for cosmetics and mounts. So this is totally fine. This is totally appropriate. This is how they make their money, which, if that's what it takes for them to run the server, we want them. I think it's a good thing for them to make some money, to pay for all the things they do. I have absolutely no problems with this whatsoever. So, cosmetics, mounts, that kind of stuff. Okay, here's where things get confusing. So here they're announcing when it's going to open. And then they want you to download a new client. It's not really a new client, it's new executable files. I do not know, I did not see a clear answer anywhere whether or not you have to have those new executable files or else you can't play. I could not discern that. So, me personally, what I would do is just download an entirely different client to keep it separated. You don't have to do that. You can do what they suggest here, which is to just download the mini client, because that'll give you the executable files. You don't have to download the mini client, then go online and download the whole thing. Just download the mini client, takes a couple seconds, and take out the executable files, which I'm going to show you how to do here in a second, in case you couldn't figure out what the hell it is they're talking about. But those files are the ones they kind of explain here. They say WoW on it. That's what starts the application. So here I'm going to download. I'm just going to the mini client. Come on, do it. Do it. I'm just looking at it so you can see the different options here. Okay, yeah, so if you already have the client, which I do, of course. So that's the files they want you to get rid of. Take those and put them in another folder. Grab them out of there and put them save those executable files in case you play in a different realm of MOP. Then download the mini client, which returns immediately. Now inside here, decompress these if they're compressed like that. And in here are the 4 new executable files. So that's all you need. Okay, I don't know. I have no idea why they're doing this. Why would you add this complication? They say it's to improve stability. I had no problems with stability before. So I really don't know. Like maybe some people did. You know, maybe that was an issue that they're dealing with. I find this really just totally pointless. This is just going to confuse so many people. So there's the 4 new files, and there's the 4 old files. So take those 4 old ones out, save them in a folder, and then grab these 4 new ones and just drag them into that folder. That's what I would do. Now the other thing to do is they did a really shitty job of explaining this too. You want to just add this line, this one new line. You can save everything else. What I would do is I would save the set realm list file, or the set realm list name. Delete everything else in there, because as long as you have set realm list to the right place, that's all that matters. So have set realm list, copy this new line, and paste it in underneath the set realm list. Now here I opened up a Tari WTF file, so just save that top line, even though that's Tari, but yours is going to say Stormforge. So save the Stormforge line, and then just paste underneath of it this one. And you can erase everything else. You don't need that shit unless you got some kind of funky monitor set up. I mean, all that other stuff is just going to repopulate. So you really only need those 2 lines, unless there's something you know, funky that you're doing. Anyway, to get back to the game, Stormforge's misappend area is the Blizz-like experience. It's very similar. There's very few differences. All the instances work, all devices work, all cutscenes work. And these bosses all act as I recall they did in retail. I could find virtually no difference. Now, you know, some other really hardcore people may be able to pick out some slight difference. Yes, there's going to be bugs. There's bugs on every server. Okay, that happens on every server. Also, there are going to be Chinese people and there are going to be Spanish-speaking people. So if you have a problem with that, man, I don't know what to tell you. Hopefully the separate channels for different dialogues will help you in your troubles. I can't recommend this realm enough. To me, this is everything I'm looking for in a private server. The only reason I'm not playing there is because my guild has been there just so often recently. So, you know, as far as we're concerned right now, like we have our tunes on Tari, and we're waiting for the day when Legion comes out, and you know, our Tari mop tunes will progress into Legion, and that will be the next big thing. Maybe that'll be the last big thing. No, probably more custom realms will be the next big thing. That seems to be the way the private server world is going. I prefer stuff that, you know, closely emulates the original. Though I have to admit, I am starting to get tired of it. But, you know, that's it, man. I just wanted to give you my 2 cents about what I think about this. Stormforge is my favorite private server. I can't recommend it enough. And I really wanted to make sure you understood what they were saying about the new client and the WTF file. So if you have any questions, leave them on this video, and maybe I'll get back to you. But you should be able to figure it out from that little tutorial I gave you. All right, catch you later.